an auntie tattooed on my body.
You're very close to your auntie. You love your auntie very much. If you did it, I would think, yeah, I can see why he's done that.
There we go. Gosh, well, each to their own, I guess. Well, no, you're the one that's getting the tattoo.
It's not each to their own. I'm not saying I want you to do it.
My still alive auntie. Because crucially, Helen Bonham Carter is still alive.
Yes, yeah, you're still alive, auntie.
You wouldn't go away from that meeting and say to someone, fucking hell, tattoo of his still alive auntie on his body.
Yeah, but I do that about everything.
It's like
that's all I talk about.
All down his calf, he's got a picture of it, and it's his auntie. It's his first tattoo.
I would find it quite moving, actually, I think. It's only because I've recently seen your auntie. That's the reason why I saw her recently.
Oh, you've seen a auntie. You don't know which auntie I'm getting yet.
Oh, hello. Well, I would be surprised if it was the auntie that I hadn't seen recently. That's okay. I'll amend that. The auntie I saw in the last week of yours, I would not be surprised if you got a tattoo of her. I'm not saying I'm expecting you to do it. I'm just saying
I would be surprised, and it'd be me getting the tattoo.
Yeah.
I'd come out and go, I can't fucking believe I've just done that.
Yeah. I wouldn't.
You'd be like, oh, of course.
I'd say, yeah. I think it's very nice. I'm actually very proud of you for doing it. I'm made up for you. I'm delighted.
Clarky, how are you dealing with it?
I would say, Clarky, if I were you, stay out of it.
I'm getting the same tattoo. It's solidarity. I'm going to go on record now and say, if either of you rock up with a tattoo of your still alive auntie, I'm going to
be surprised.
I'm going to be very surprised, in fact.
Yeah.
I'd go so far to say amazed.
We don't have aunties that are nice as your auntie, though. What about if I got a tattoo of your auntie?
I mean, there's lots of people in my life who I think are really, really nice, who I'm very, very close to, and who I love dearly.
Yeah.
But I'd say, well, none of them are getting a tattoo on my calf. I don't care how nice they are. Like, some people are exceptionally nice to me.
Only because you've got a Helen Bonham Carter on both of them. There's not enough space left.
Okay, the networks are down, the equipment is ready, and we've crippled their supplies. Mrs. Rackman has written our check and given us the green light.
How's meeting? Can I get this piece of religion? How's meeting? So, what actor are you guys getting? And where? I think for me, I don't know how you feel about this, but I'd be interested to put an extra spin on it, which is which still alive actor.
Yeah.
Because
that's fair. Yeah.
I think that's part of what makes this quite juicy. Yes, is Bonham Carter could turn around and do anything in the next few years.
Oh, that's what you're thinking. Yeah. I guess that's true. Someone who got for example, like a Morrissey tattoo might be going, oh, I'm regretting this now, considering what's come to light in the last.
That's why your auntie's such a safe bet. You know, she's a safe pair of hands.
Is that the reason you won't get a tattoo of your auntie? Because she could do anything in the next few years. Because this has changed. Is that? I like you now, but I swear to God, I take you up.
We gonna make this sale? Okay. We got the coke in your saddlebags. Just ride over and make the drop.
Hey, did you see my post about my new
Like, if you're gonna get a tattoo of someone still alive on your calf, I think you've got to take out any element of being a wild card. And Helen Bonham Carter, even the chance of being a wild card. Like, look at even Keir Starmer's got Beergate hanging over him. You go 12 months ago, you'd be like, look, okay, if I have to play it safe, really regretting the fullback Keir tattoo. It's not going to come, But like, you just, all I'm saying is, it's got to be someone, you know,
someone unimpeachable. Someone you hope is going to be unimpeachable first.
Well, yeah.
Here's
Trump, but don't get Trump.
No, I don't mean like I think. Yeah, but well, here's the thing. Then you have to then go. You have to go. National treasure, who sadly may not be around for much longer, right? Don't you? That's what you're.
Are you inching towards Dench?
I'm heading to Dench. Of course, I'm heading to Dench. Yeah, that's good. I think Judy Dench on your car. On a summer's day, when you're wearing shorts, what a delight for the other people on the bus. What a treat.
What role?
Well, here's the thing.
The new those insurance adverts she's doing.
Is that weird? Do you know what as well? Gutted, because you know who was down to the last twos? Her, or your auntie.
Yeah.
And if your auntie had got it, of course your auntie is cheering for my favourite actor. Yeah, okay. Can I go Regal again? Can I go Shakespeare in Love?
That's going to come across as a very patriotic tat, isn't it? That is a tricky one, because then it's like, who's the tattoo on? Is it? Well, that's exactly where we are with HBC and the Queen of Hearts, you see. Crosby's done a very nice copycat tat there. He has Queen of Clubs.
I've played it close to my chest, I feel, which assures me the cards are close to the chest.
I was going to say, you get it close to the chest.
I've been doing yoga, I should mention that. I'm really much more limp than I used to be. People can't see this, but I've actually got my legs locked behind my head while I'm recording this. I think I need a little bit more blood to my brain, actually.
I tell you what, if we got it down your ribs, right down my ribs. If you had Dench as the Queen in Shakespeare in Love, you could say, as a tattoo, it's like a nod to getting maximum reward for as little work as possible. Or like, you could give it like some kind of, you could have it Scrooge, you could have it like that, couldn't you?
Shows up for 7 minutes, bosses it, gets the gong.
And then on the other card, you could have a tattoo of yourself in Shakespeare in Love as an homage to your, your award-winning screen performance.
Yes, exactly.
What would that look like? Would it be a crowd scene and then just a large red arrow pointing into the middle of the crowd?
Yeah, I think it would have to be. Otherwise, I mean, you know what? Maybe not the red arrow. Maybe it's a little treat for the kids to play Where's Wally, but with Dad.
Hey, do you know what? How long were you on screen for in Shakespeare in Love?
I would say.
Got an arm.
I would say.
Dench did 7.5 minutes and got an Oscar, right?
Something like that. Yeah.
So you maybe could have been in line for a People's Choice Award.
Thank you for that. Yeah, I was in the crowd whilst Dench was on stage. So I was definitely there. You know, I may not have been technically on camera for the whole of that, but I was in that scene. So I've already got her 7, right? That's sorted. And I was also in a corridor scene as well. So here we go. Maybe I've got a couple more minutes on her.
Can you? Yeah, I don't know if you can play the full 7, because it's not just a shot of the crowd whilst Dench doesn't work. That would have been an insane Oscar to you. You can be seen, can't you? I have seen you. I think I've forced it and seen you.
Yeah, I can be seen in 2 different scenes. Yeah. I mean, it's not the tour de force. But I was much younger. I don't have the experience that Dench had. Not the tour de force that Dench gives when
So you're doing the Shakespeare in Love doubler. Dench on one car.
Yeah, crowd scene with me in it on the other car.
And then some kind of, like, quite kind of gangster motto underneath Dench saying, like, get paid, work less, or something.
Yeah. I was just going to say get paid, work less. That's always been my problem, because as soon as I get paid for a job, I then take a month off, and then I have to work. The way it says it's get paid, work less, have to work a lot more,
get fired more.
Get paid, work less,
get fired. And then on the other car,
I'm happy with my choices.
I think you've done well.
Thanks, man. I'm happy with it. Yeah. Clarky, what are you thinking?
It's tricky.
It is tricky. I mean, you have to
tricky.
You have to have
Texas
about
is
it.
a great choice. Well, obviously for me, Texas is a great choice. Texas is a great choice.
To paraphrase Aquaman. It is a great choice.
Jackie Chan. Fullback.
Yeah.
Still alive. Fullback. What role? Oh, now you're asking Tom. Youngmaster. Rush Hour 2.
Rush Hour 2, yeah. And when you say full back, Clarky, you haven't got a full back. So
yeah, full back right below the buttocks. Are you hoping in the same way that bald men wear glasses to try and break up their face?
Yeah.
Are you hoping that Chan full back will help suddenly define your back area? Yeah, totally. He'll be karate chopping he'll be cleaving my buttocks in half. Oh my god, that's a great tattoo.
That's
actually.
a really good tattoo, actually.
Chan karate chopping into your crack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wearing his famous tuxedo. Going for it. Love it. That's a great. You know what? You've done very well there as well.
Thank you.
Two good choices. Harry, what are you thinking?
Well, I mean, I guess. I think the thing we're getting to here is: are you playing the person or are you inking the person or the role that is like? I think that is the ultimate question for for this woman.
Because you don't want to be down the line having to be at a party and go, look, it's him in House of Cards. I admire that guy's nefarious political nous as opposed to anything else. It sounds a bit like nous.
It's the more redeemable part of him. His role in House of Cards.
You might just make an awful bad yeah. Okay, yeah.
There is a world where this woman went into her tattoo parlour and said, "Give me the Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland."
Fell asleep.
The tattoo artist had happened to watch the remake 3 nights ago and said, "Oh, here we go."
Yeah, I've got it for you. No, don't worry. In fact, lie on the table, pop these headphones on. Watch a bit of telly. Yeah, you are gonna absolutely love this. Have you seen Big Fish? I'll pop that on the DVD player for you. How do you feel about the remake of Barry Gates? I love it.
There's every chance, basically.
I've said it once before, but it's there.
Hej, det er Sara fra Boldekurs podcast Tæt på. Jeg samarbejder i øjeblikket med Samsung TV,
Hey,
der har fantastisk
how can I help?
TV til hvert rum. Uanset hvad din stil
Can't
er,
handle the
kan du
heat,
finde
my
et TV,
friend?
der matcher din indretning
Okay,
og din behov.
leave it with creepy
Du kan
Uncle
finde et
Lester.
TV, der passer ind, eller et TV, der skiller sig ud. Jeg vil præsentere dig for nogle af dem og få Samsungs QLED-teknologi. Find ud af, hvilket Samsung TV, der passer til dig, ved at lytte til min podcast, eller tjekke tv.samsung.dk.
Jeg hedder Lia Helmand, og jeg er vært på min podcast Vores Mentale Sundhed, hvor jeg hver uge taler med eksperter og privatpersoner om en masse vigtige emner relateret til mental sundhed. Vi har aldrig været rigere, vi har aldrig haft flere muligheder og aldrig levet længere. Alligevel er vores mentale sundhed nedadgående. Det dykker jeg ned i podcasten, og formålet er at dele viden, sårbarheder og konkrete redskaber, der kan hjælpe os til at leve et liv med så meget glæde, frihed og mening som muligt. Det handler om selvværd, sund succes, terapiformer og meget, meget mere. Hop ind og lyt nu.
Do you know what, right? In that role, she's got like a very enlarged forehead, doesn't she? Is that right?
Yes.
Do you think it was just Helena Bonham Carter, but because of the shape of the car?
I'm gonna get Helena Bonham Carter tattooed on my car. I'm also buying a Peloton. It's a big day for me. New year, new me. She starts working out, gets those diamond calves.
It's like how it sounds at Tottenham Carter in Fight Club, and she's exercised her way through to Alice in Wonderland, basically. We'll have to even her out with some cankles. Okay. Well, that could be a way to go, right? I could have Christian Bale tattooed on my stomach, and then he could expand and contract.
According to the rules.
He's never going to be in the mechanic again. I hate you to play that tip, but like...
He's the machinist, he's not going to work. I tell you what, you can't get with
I'm swimming to eat, man.
That's the reason you're changing the oil so quickly. Yeah, it's up for a bloody sandwich, mate.
He is the mechanic.
I think the mechanic is probably a Jason Statham movie.
I think it is, yeah. No, Statham did the remake today.
Refused to lose it, but he did put on more weight. He ain't Christian Bale. Stuck him in a nuclear bullet.
Just snaps him in the But yeah, that way then, Bale could transform into all his various roles over the course of my, journey.
Yeah, you're sure. I
really can't wait for your Batman phase, mate.
I think, Tom, no offence, but you might be better off getting a member of the Clomp family on here.
No offence taken. My Aunt's Joy on one calf, the Clump's on the other. Off we go. Crosby doesn't bat an eyelid. Crosby goes, oh yeah, no, of course, yeah. What do you get? Clark, you got your haircut? Because,
bit odd, Clark's got for a short back in size, but no.
Bit weird, you got for a haircut? Oh no, that's just Barry. Anyway, okay, what about, because obviously it's got to be something or someone that makes you happy at the thought of them doing that thing, right?
Yeah, that's nice.
So, I've got two for you. You can tell me which one is the strongest to go for.
Okay.
Either Leslie Nielsen in any of the Naked Gun as Drebin.
Oh yeah.
She's nice, actually.
Yeah. You gonna get OJ next to him as well?
No, that's going to be just off the side. Sure.
Not even where he's in a wheelchair flying off into down the stairs.
Especially not that bit.
Okay, so
Drebin. I can't quite work out which classic kind of Drebin thing could be doing. And then, or Lloyd Bridges doing the hanky through his ears. Because you can't not be cheered thinking of that.
Do we still have Lloyd Bridges?
Oh, he's out the... Oh, in fact, we haven't got Leslie Nielsen either.
Yeah, Nielsen. So yeah, it's tricky.
What a way to find out.
Yeah, I mean, you've been hoisted by your own rules here. Yeah, we've lost Lloyd and we've lost Leslie, I think, yeah.
Do you think we're going to get a new Hot Shots?
Or because there's a new Top Gun?
Yeah.
I would like it. I mean, Charlie Sheen? Charlie Sheen.
No, there's a same bet. You don't have a wild card.
Tiger Blood tattoo. Just stick it next to that. Your hashtag winning just above your eyebrow. I've talked about this before, but you know why Jackie from N-Dubs got a hashtag tattooed under his eye?
Why is that?
So he'd always be trending.
Is that like...
That's his justification for, yeah. I've got a hashtag on my face, so I'm always trending.
It's not good, is it? It's not good enough, that. I mean,
no,
it doesn't...
No, it's not. And,
yeah.
And crucially,
doesn't
not
scare
an actor, so he can't...
Unfortunately. And I know which iteration of Daffy I'd get personally. I know the photo. It's all taken in the back of my mind, I'll tell you that much.
Yes. Right. So you've picked unfortunately two people who've passed. Now you've not gone for
Hello, fresh meat.
I think reasonably, not
Yep,
for
just give me a
Hanks, who I know
few.
loves. Costa, who I know
All
loves.
right.
Yeah, both still with us. I would say one a safer bet than the other.
Okay, yeah, I have something you can help with. Because, you know, I'm kind of new in town and the whole gang's...
Oh yeah.
Sanders cards in the pack.
I'm not saying, I'm not saying that there's a sniff around either of them, but I was going to say if I had to put serious money on it, I'm backing Hanks all the way. I think any sailing out of the wood.
Has Tom Hanks invented a machine that's going to take all the oil out of the oceans? No.
Yes.
Sure.
He's wasting his time.
Hanks can talk a good game. He can talk a good game, but who's actually saving the future of the planet? Costa and his brother.
Well, what about...
Although... Costa's brother. Yeah, Costa and his brother.
Costa invented this machine, yeah.
Costa and his brother.
One on each car. If you bring your legs together, it's like they're shaking hands with each other.
Yes, Barry! And they clean all the oil from out my arsehole. I'm trying to find a way,
but I don't want the answer.
I'm trying to find a way to surprise Crosby, basically. I've got to start pushing the boat out with these tattoos. Hey, it's not going to matter. All I'm saying is, Tom, I'm an actor.
Yes. Yes, you are an actor.
Well, I've got a self-tape to do today, and I don't want to do it. I might.
Got to.
What's that on your chest? Did you not see the folded tires advert? Oh boy, it's a classic. Well, if I had Hanks and Costner on each knee,
yeah,
people are going to enjoy that, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, that was knees are a good one as well because Ozzy Osbourne's got 2 smiley faces that he did himself on his knees to cheer him up when he's on the loo. And
okay,
and that's
there you go.
That's a good one, isn't it? You know, like
you can have a psychological chat with Hanks and Costner whilst you're on the toilet.
I'm off to meet Hanks and Costner.
Don't mind that.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't mind that at all.
Where's your loo, by the way? I'm off to meet Hanks and Costner. Great.
Although that sounds like oil into the ocean.
These seagulls can be real chip.
Fish that out, Costner. Rolls, I would say, Costner can get them tattooed on your rolls.
Christian Bale's on my rolls.
Costner's got to be Robin Hood, right?
Yeah.
Either that
because
or Draft Day, where he plays the CEO of the Cleveland Browns.
Hey, you in the van? Okay, step 2. Set it up with a little bomb treatment from LS Customs. Step 3, see if there's any uniforms in the back, and head over to these guys' hideout.
Oh, it's Cleveland Browns.
Because you do say, I'm off to meet the CEO of the Cleveland Browns, don't you? We probably do that as well.
Currently I do, yeah.
So maybe it works. I'm off to have a chat with the CEO of the Cleveland Browns.
I don't mind it.
Yeah, I like it. So you're going for Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Again, good, you know, because it's like Queen of Hearts. It's a sort of established character, but
what about Hanks? What about Hanks staring up towards my arsehole saying, "Houston, we have a problem." And he has to slingshot all the way back around my... Slingshot, yeah. You have to use Tom's gravitational pull to get him back. To slingshot back around to the side.
I wouldn't be surprised if you got that.
Very little I can be surprised.
Surprisingly unflappable today. Something I don't know what it is, but when it comes to you and the ink,
there's
take a lot to shock me.
At the top of my arse there's Hanks, and then there's a little diagram that slingshots him all the way down the car, round my auntie, and all the way back. In an Apollo 13 trajectory, waving to Costner as he goes past. Crosby doesn't even blink twice. Doesn't blink twice.
Par for the course with Parry. If I would say it's classic Parry, sure, but doesn't shock me.
Crosby wouldn't even take his earphones out. New rage, blaring away. Wouldn't even press pause on the chicks. Who would though?
What can the best mechanic in LS do
God,
for you?
can you really?
Drop my glow sticks. Wouldn't even take the whistle wouldn't fall from my mouth.
I mean, that's my fault for approaching you mid-rave. Like, if I've gone to the extent to get all those tattoos done, don't try and surprise Crosby when he's in the zone.
Tom, listen to the song that's playing. It's not over, not over, not over yet. This club goes till 1 o'clock. And then we'll have a chat afterwards in the taxi home.
Matthew wasn't surprised, but he was very freaked out. Really enjoyed my tattoo.
Please stop licking my tattoo.
It's my auntie, show some respect.
Oh God, I think I got off an Auntie Joy last night.
Okay, well I feel like at least now we know. At least now we know where we're going.
At least now we know. Ending there, I think.
At least now we know.
We know a lot of stuff.
My two favourite actors are dead.
Alrighty then!
I'm not going to lie to you, Harry, it's been a tough record for you. This hasn't been the easiest show you had to record.
Next thing you'll be telling me the Zootons have broken up. Bloody hell.
I think they're still kicking on, aren't they?
Probably are, yeah.
Surely now.
I mean, well, there's been obvious reunions, but I don't think they'll still be. Oh my God, they're supporting Noel Rogers on tour. Niall, raise your bar, lad. You're a legend.
What are you talking about? The Zootons are fantastic. Fantastic, yeah.
Okay.
Listen,
I think me and Tom would see him. It's great.
I think if you've got the classic songs, you're still willing to play them, you're a great band. What an ending!
Words of encouragement for the Zootons from Matthew. You're very welcome.
What's the worst thing you considered?
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
I hope you had fun with everyone.
If you've been affected by any of the issues in today's episodes,
if you're a member of the Zootons,
yeah, if you're a member of the Zootons, or Helena Bonham Carter, or you have a tattoo, oh, you know what? I'd love it if any of our listeners have got, or know of people who have living actors tattooed on their body. I'd love to know. Surely there's got to be somebody out there will
send
have
us
like
some pics. Yeah,
have a Harley Quinn or something like that. You know, surely there's going to be someone. That's the other thing as well. If you get into that realm of like cartoon characters, you know, people from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the character overrides the actor, right? Yeah. You've got you've got like Harrison Ford as Han Solo. It almost doesn't matter what Harrison Ford does. He's still Han Solo, right?
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
So anyway,
it's not Indiana Jones who crashed that plane and killed all those people. It's Indiana Jones. You know what I mean? Well, we'll probably say in a couple of.
Of course.
Now, a few listeners' inquiries have also been flooding in, so I try to let people know that the Coral are currently on tour, but it's a book tour. They've released a book called The Making of the Debut Album. So they're releasing the book, and they're also doing a book tour, an intimate evening of conversations and music with James Shelley and Nick Power. So there you go.
I belong to that. So that's going to be a good evening out. Where are they playing anywhere close by? Anywhere close by to London or Exeter? Or Australia?
It seems quite
Mersey-centric.
Quite northern. It's very northern, actually. Yeah. They're coming further south than Leamington Spa, actually. So there we go.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. Well, I'm willing to travel. So yeah, do get yourself tickets. There'll be a ticket in the show notes. Stick a link in the show notes for the show. If you want to go and see the Coral on their book tour, should be a good laugh. Possibly you might see myself and Clark in the Leamington Spa one. You know, we'll be in the queue. But don't make it about us if you do see us there. It really is about the.
Step 6, lose your shit because that was fucking incredible. Yeah. I'm sure this is the end of the whole thing.
That's how much of something you out. Despite the fact I'm going to be singing in Coral, he's swimming in the Coral.
Basically, whilst Clark is abroad, you can't support us live, throw that support behind Mystic Steps.
In all its incarnations.
Yes.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, don't forget the Patreon, and just really, really quickly, if you're listening, the person who gave us a very lovely note to say how much they had been helped by the podcast, they passed it in at Blackshare Slam Down, our last recording with Helen Bauer and Nina Conti, which is coming out soon. They gave us a really lovely note, and it meant the world to us. They didn't leave a name, and we didn't want to say anything during the live show because they were in the room. But you know who you are, and it means the world. Thank you so much for saying that, and the feeling is very mutual.
Absolutely right. Thank you very much. And also the Klaxons are on indefinite hiatus since 2014.
It's a shame. As soon as they write that book,
they do it.
as soon as they...
you and Clark,
don't worry about that. I know, it's a schlep. I wouldn't insult you by inviting you. All right.
It's in Exeter. They're gigging in Exeter. It's the only place they're gigging. It's one night in
the other
Exeter.
side of Exeter.
Cars are going to be so sore you're not going to want to walk on them.
You're booked in Sweeney Tats the next day.
I can't bend my knees. Costa and Hank's tattoos on them. I can only walk straight-legged. I have to be transported around like Anthony Hopkins in Silence of the Lambs, which is a back tattoo that I'm severely regretting. Who knew he was going to turn bad though?
No, not Hannibal Lecter, surely. Come on.
Today's episode was produced by Emma Caution.
Caution team. Great to have you back, Emma.
Cheers, everyone. Bye. Please pray, be upstanding for the Patriot Neighborhood Watch roll call. I danced around until I felt kaput and shot myself in front of Sam. You oh boy.
And as I lay there, I was dying. I looked up and who should be there but William Bryan. Then I looked up into the sky. I saw a heron passing by. The shade. A wonderful story from men. You naughty heron. You should be down here with Aaron.
I was starting to die, and then I shit myself. I thought, let's stop that, I'll take some Imodium. Thank you for passing it to me, Cryptosporidium.
And as the Imodium went through my system, Cryptosporidium smiled at me. I said, where'd you get this Imodium from? He said, I bought it from Jimmy P. And there I was, looking down at my stool. I said, gosh, look at that roll. And then I thought I'd watch the play Hamlet, but instead I died in the arms of Brian Hamlet. That concludes today's Patriot Neighborhood Watch Roll.
Hej, det er Sara fra Bollikos podcast Tæt på. Jeg samarbejder i øjeblikket med Samsung TV, der har fantastiske TV'er til hvert rum. Uanset hvad din stil er, kan du finde et TV, der matcher din indretning og dine behov. Du kan få et TV, der passer ind, eller et TV, der skiller sig ud. Jeg vil præsentere dig for nogle af dem og få Samsungs QLED-teknologi. Find ud af, hvilket Samsung TV, der passer til dig, ved at lytte til din podcast, eller tjekke tv.samsung.dk.
Ønsker du dig en streamingtjeneste, som har et stort udvalg af de bedste nordiske og britiske krimiserier, så er Seymour streamingtjenesten for dig. 46 film med den populære krimikommissær Beck kan opleves nu kun på Seymour. Besøg Seymour.dk eller ring på 70 0205 og få de første 14 dage for 0 kroner.
Greetings, listener dear. Welcome to another episode of Happy Blackshare, Beef Brothers Cold Cuts. There's Matthew Crosby here, there's Ben Clark here, and there is Tom Parry on the actual episode, but he is not available for the intro for reasons you don't need to get into now. It's fine. You don't need to get into it, guys. Just chill out about it, all right? Okay? Everything's all right. This was a super fun episode to record with our old friend from sketch comedy, Tom Sturton, who was in a sketch team called Toby Tom, who were brilliant. Yeah. And the thing that I think set Toby Tom apart from other sketch acts was they were incredible actors. They were both really...
Okay, yeah, they were. Yeah. I was going to say that they were both really, really fit.
They're also fit, yes. They're attractive and really good performers. And that has that's manifested itself now in that Tom and Tom have made a movie together. Tom P's produced it. Tom Sturton has stars in it, and they both wrote it together. And it's absolutely brilliant. It's called it's really brilliant. It's All My Friends Hate Me, and it is a comedy horror movie that is out in cinemas now. So a huge recommendation to go and see that. All My Friends Hate Me. The other recommendation we'd like to make is that you join our Patreon, because Tom very kindly recorded the bonus beat that is over on our Patreon. If you go there, so patreon.com/Pappy's Black Share. There's also weekly bonus episodes. We'd love to have more Patreons. You know, it helps us do this, the free feed. So, get on board. Join today.
Lovely.
Lovely stuff, man.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Should we get into it? Should we
Let's
get
just
into
hear the episode.
Sweet, sweet app? It's a juicy beast.
It's a juicy, juicy beast. This is Beef Brothers Cold Cut with our dear friend, Tom Sturton.
Well, if you got a problem, call it a problem. If you got a problem, call it a beat. If you got a beat, maybe we can help you. Beef Brothers Sonic as a beat.
Thanks for doing this, Tom.
Oh, yeah,
Thank you so much for having me on, guys.
It's a real pleasure.
Really exciting times for you, eh, buddy?
Tom, if you're going to ask questions, do you want to wait till you finish your quavers and then we can introduce that then in the podcast before Tom starts answering these questions like he's actually going to kids?
I like to think that people think that to me it's the quavers, because this is such an exciting time for me. I just kick back with a lot of snacks now. I'm just super relaxed about podcasts to the point where I'll
just get a grab bag.
Yeah.
Knock yourself out.
I'm living it up.
Exciting old times for you as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it is really exciting. I made a film with Tom Palmer, my writing partner, you guys know.
Yeah.
And it actually managed to go out as of last weekend, which was a real surprise. To us both, and a relief. It's just been. I'm very bad at being present in these situations and being like, okay, take stock of this as a moment. But it does feel really good.
Are you talking about appearing on our podcast?
Yes.
We've never been present on our own podcast, so don't worry about that.
To be present for this. So have you been to, obviously you must have had like your premiere and stuff, but have you been to like a normal screening just to sit amongst people watching?
Just sit in a hat and dark glasses. No one recognises me. Yeah. I haven't, because in all honesty, we didn't actually have like a premiere. There hasn't been but there was it premiered at London Film Festival, and actually it premiered at the I feel bad for sort of calling them out, but the Prince Charles Theatre, and the projector broke, the server broke on our first screening, and it was like unheard of, and we kind of like, the film is a lot about sort of gaslighting and stuff, and I think the audience thought it was a publicity stuff. When we came on stage, we're like, the projector's broken, everyone, but then we had to slowly be like, no, this is actually happening. So that was a weird sort of first start, but then we had an amazing screening at the BFI, and
you know where you are with the BFI. The projector's not going to break at the BFI.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a good British projector, that's what you're saying.
Different level. Solid Britain, yeah. It's made in Britain. I'm sure that I mean, everyone said it was like I think it added a bit of mystery to the whole thing. It felt like there was a sort of, you know.
Well, if no one's seen the film, that's how much more mystery can you have, really?
I know, yeah. What's this film that's breaking projectors?
To be honest, have you actually made a film? Be honest, or have you just gone around with a broken projector to a variety of different screens?
I've gone around sabotaging every cinema's projector in London, and then so I definitely haven't. But that's interesting to see that. It's been nice to actually, you know, like I've been telling my family for about 4 years now that I made a film, and I don't think they fully believe me until now. It's like it's been a nice. See, I told you.
Who's the loser now?
It's probably actually even longer than that as well. I think you've been telling your family for like 15 years that you've got a career. And
that as well. There's a lot packed in there.
I can't wait for the day where I can finally say that to my family. I'm starting to think it might not ever come.
No, I mean, so I and then obviously there was, I haven't snuck into, we've just done so many Q&As to try and kind of promote the film, but like I did have a vision of me doing that, of like just going in and experiencing a real audience, kind of enjoying it, and I've actually just been, I've seen it too many times. It's just too, I can't sit through it. But I have been hanging out in picture house bars, hoping to be recognised totally. Yeah, and kind of being like, what are you guys gonna see?
I did watch it. I've watched it already. I watched it this morning.
Great.
So if I at any point seem like incredibly edgy and nervous, well, that is me anyway. But it's also it's really good. I thought it was fantastic.
Thanks very much. It is a weird film to watch in the morning.
It's not a morning movie at all, but I knew I was speaking to you today, so I thought, I'm going to watch it before I see you.
It's a really shit way to start your day, that.
Yeah, I feel awful. I feel, if anything, I don't want to do this about it. It's been great having you on. But no, it's really good.
On the table. I was going to watch it, but my laptop broke halfway through.
It does that to stuff. It breaks technology.
Tom, how many quavers are you eating, by the way? I've got to ask. How big's this bag? Have you got a family bag going on?
That was my sandwich. I was just finishing my sandwich.
Oh, okay, you having your sandwich as well. Yes, it's quite the sandwich.
Just a bag of quavers on its own, just not a lunch, mate.
No, you're right. You're right. But a lunch does not a podcast make as well, so, you know, I guess it's about time management really, isn't it? So, we should ask, what kind of a person are you to live with? What's your living arrangement? Because we're solving other people's sort of flat share based problems. What's your living setup?
Yeah, so right now I'm living with two really lovely Australian girls who I met on the spare room. I don't know if you guys have, I didn't see myself creating a spare room profile at the age of 34, but that's what,
where you are.
That's what's happened. It's a humiliating thing, writing that thing and being like, hi, I'm Tom, I like Netflix, and
I am making a film, honestly.
I respect communal spaces, but I'm happy to socialise. Those kinds of cliches. But yeah, I got really lucky, and two very nice Australian girls answered the advert, and it was a super awkward kind of interview thing that happened in a pub, where they decided if I was someone that would be okay to live with. And I mean, it's early days. I've been living with them for. I feel like I'm.
Great.
Suddenly, I'm giving you my a weird amount of detail, but I think I'm okay to live with. It's taken a while. I've been quite a selfish housemate in the past, and I think I've learned lessons. And like I am pretty good. I think, looking back on what I was like to, certainly as a neighbour in my early 20s. I mean, we were dreadful people. Well, it was me, Tom. We just left university. It was me, Tom, and another old schoolmate, and we were the self-professed after party house. I'm like, when I say self-professed, I mean that as in it was usually just us that would go there, and that was by virtue of living there. So I think it was a bit of a stretch, that title. But yeah, I remember we were just really noisy, and I remember a neighbour once shouted down to us out the window at like 8 a.m. They were like, "Get real jobs," which really spun us out, because we're like, oh my god, they know that we're actors, and they think we're shit, and that we should stop acting. And like, it's such a specific kind of heckle.
Yeah.
We should have played that ball with that lady.
Well, so pass the bong, am I right?
And then Tom, I think, shouted back out the window, "It's Sunday. We wouldn't be at work anyway." And then the person shouted back, "No, it's Monday." And we lost a day.
Oh no.
So that was a low point. And then there was like another neighbour who used to come up and complain a lot, but then he would just sort of sit in. He would kind of like, I don't know, it was a really good technique of getting us to stop, because he would just forcibly hang out with us for like an hour after coming up to complain. That was Luigi, the guy downstairs. But shout out Luigi if you're listening. And yeah, so now I think I've left those days behind me. I'm a lot more respectful of neighbours, and I'm the perfect housemate.
What's your house party at all?
It's that's a really good. Yeah, we're more of a like of a kind of so no. It's a tiny flat. There's no capacity to do anything in here. Yeah, I like that pre-party / never going to have a party, but keep talking about it. House.
So this is my question about the setup, and then I think we can move on. Did they have a pre-existing dynamic from Australia, or are they just two people who also found each other out on spare room? Or have you stepped into a long-time friendship, or what's happening here?
They forged a friendship in England, and you know, yes, they're not inviting me to as much as I'd anticipated, but that's fine. And yeah, they're really cool people. I think there was Peep Show gave such a, I don't remember if you remember that episode. Peep Show gave such an awful portrayal of Australian housemates. Do you remember that one? And that's very unfair. And actually, yeah, they're incredibly respectful. They're really cool. I think it's going well.
And how long has it been?
It's been 2 months.
Oh, so plenty of time for it to all fall apart. that's all we need to know. Should we solve the people's beefs?
Please. Let's get into it.
Can we also book you in for 6 months' time to find out how this all unfolds?
I would love that. I'll be in that cupboard with you.
Tom, see you talking about house shares. Let's do the one from Ross.
Oh, okay, great. House share beef from Ross via Patreon. Get in touch. Hello! How bad would a house share have to be to not be worth a stupidly cheap rent in London? That's the open question. The house I currently live in is in absolute squalor. I live with a hoarder couple who have a lovely dog, but go for about 3 weeks without cleaning up its poo from the garden.
You've got a garden, though. You never know when you're going to use it.
They leave food out overnight, which they let their less lovely cat lick and leave hair on, and sometimes then eat it the next day. They also smoke inside. Yeah, I think they eat the food the cat has licked.
Right.
Okay. They also smoke inside and piss in buckets in their room. No.
Oh, talk about burying the lead.
These people are serial killers. Surely, I mean, it's like
You can smell it through the house.
Of course.
Wow.
Yes.
It just keeps on coming. It's a co-op. Oh, it's a co-op. So we are all
not
the landlords.
Yeah, no, I'm assuming not the supermarket. Yeah, not the
yeah.
supermarket.
There's a co-op down the road. Clean up in R4, am I right? All these chocolate bars. It's a co-op, so we're all the landlords, but they have lived there 25 years. There are currently 4 people living here. The one not in the couple is fine. It's 250 quid a month.
I mean, that is good.
I really don't want. Oh dear. And my room is big enough. Yeah. It's 250 quid a month in London. My room is big enough, but there is only one bathroom, and it is always quite skiddy. Oh. Forget ever bringing a date back. It's also worth mentioning it's permanent accommodation. As long as I pay, I will never be kicked out. Real dilemma, eh? Hope you can see the funny side in this harrowing situation. Haha. From Ross.
Ross. He sounds, that ha-ha at the end sounds really sad. That sounds like it's through tears.
That's a ha-ha for help, isn't it? That's what it is.
Yeah.
Once if you're okay, ha twice if you can help.
That's like a manic laugh.
It's, that's a fascinating, that's a conundrum, isn't it?
That's it, because when I heard it, I was like, get out now. There's no amount. 250. Oh,
yeah.
Competitive forever.
And forever. And a third housemate that's just nice. I'm intrigued by the sort of the guy that seems to just be fine with all this.
Yeah, because surely
he's okay or nice.
They're fine. I think it's
fine.
Housemate's fine. The other housemate's fine. But you think if they're fine, is there not a chance for you to sit down and go, look, you're fine, I'm fine. Can't we have some sort of like low-level coup where at least we ask people to clean the house? We're not asking. You obviously can't kick out the couple who've been there 25 years, but the thing is, like 25 years, the definition of setting your ways is that you're not going to get them to change. They're not kicking the habit or the biggest bucket. They're kicking the bucket. It's a much worse thing in that house.
Are they tossing? I wonder if they're tossing those out the window. I mean,
yeah. Have they been in the house that long that they've still got like Victorian way?
Yeah,
like a bedpan.
I mean, yeah. Is it unconscionable to say poison the pets?
You think murdering the animals might be the way to get rid of them?
I think if you remove he leads with the pets quite a lot, doesn't he? I mean, what's insane here is they are all landlords, right?
Yeah.
But this couple smoke inside.
Yeah.
There's like a dick swinging thing going on with this couple, and I think with those kind of people, all they need is a good, strong face down. And nothing says I'm facing you down like I've killed your cat and your dog. You know what I mean?
You could also do hear me out, rather than a face down, what about a face off where you swap the cat and dog's faces? Could that work?
Wow.
That's just a suggestion.
They might just be like, God, you could have just called a house meeting first before, killing our. I mean, we don't know how much this guy's communicated anything to them. I feel like
Could it be solved with a rotor? Okay. There are two courses of action. You either set up a rotors and then buy a few mops, or you murder the pets. The choice is yours, Ross.
Maybe, keep that ace in your sleeve for the... Keep that powder dry. Hold on to that. Because I think once you've played that card,
arsenic is the powder you keep it dry for the pet.
Can he get his own bigger pet?
I don't know. I don't think bringing a mountain cat into this house is going to sort things out.
Buy a mountain cat, start smoking huge Cuban cigars.
like Pablo Escobar.
And start shitting in your room. Basically, anything they're doing, I do them. And then see how they like it.
The Sean Connery approach. They bring a bucket of piss, you shit on your own bed.
Just send the cargo away. You send one of their dogs to the morgue.
Is that you're sort of treating it like the first day in prison, Tom, when you've got to show your logo in order to further up the hierarchy.
Get into the cafeteria and punch the largest peck you can see in the face.
punch the fine guy. He sounds
Make an example of him.
Get him in the crosshairs, shake him down. They want to find him feet up in a bucket of piss. That's, then they'll know something's going to happen.
Is it like, what is it in Watchmen where it's Rorschach? I'm not locked in here with you, you're locked in here with me. I think you need to kind of Rorschach it.
Are all the solutions on this just really violent? Is that the...
Yeah. They're all really violent, and they're all from movies that came out 50 plus years ago.
Basically, it goes one of two ways. There's either the violent ways, or then what we always fall down to is, have you tried just talking to each other?
Right,
that's kind of just a gimme now, really. I'm interested. We don't quite get into who this couple are either. Like, are you picturing them being... Like, look, they've lived there for 25 years. So, are you picturing, like, an older couple, and it's like, this is just how we do?
I mean, they're going to be... I'm placing them at least in their 40s, right? That's what you're imagining.
40s, I'm thinking.
Yeah. So, but I guess any established thing you've done for 25 years, that's just what you do.
Just picture this. Can you not picture it? Like, start to imagine the smell in that house. They smoke inside and piss in buckets.
Yeah.
Think of that as that is a heady combo.
It reminds me of some Edinburgh venues. Like when you only go and see a show towards the end of the Edinburgh Festival, and you're in a there's just like buckets of stuff in every corner, stuff's dripping off the walls. It's got that kind of thing, except you don't get to see some sketch comedy.
Maybe they're a sketch Stewart. Maybe they're a sketch Stewart. They're actually really funny.
Maybe they're working on a film. We don't know.
Yeah. Imagine it's me. Imagine if they found out it was Lazy Susan. Oh, by the way, it is Lazy Susan. I should say that as well. They've got a really good BBC Freak show. What a twist in the tail. Well, look, if they are a sketch actor, just leave them a scathing review.
Yeah.
I'm not top of sketch actor. I think you've got to fight fire with fire here.
I agree.
That's why, yeah.
I agree. Former sketch Stewart with the fine guy out-sketch them.
The fine guys. Worst titles.
Yeah.
Here's another one. What about if you start planting evidence of an affair and break the couple up?
Oh, nice.
And then they would probably say,
I feel like their standards are pretty... I feel like with the pissing in the buckets, I feel like they've given up on a lot.
Yeah, but they could be
doors pissing buckets, guys.
They could be smelly, but staunchly monogamous. They could both go, well, look, this is the life I want to live. I know I'm onto a good thing here. 25 years with this person, I found this. So yeah, if you could plant some sort of hint of infidelity or something.
It's a turd piss bucket. Yeah, exactly. Whose piss is that?
I didn't eat asparagus.
There's a little white glass with my piss in it. Why would you creep me? Another piss bucket that's on the floor. My cat is dead. What you kill them for? I'm kind of picturing them as like the Twix, isn't it? So you can kind of you can kind of Twix them, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With like their furniture on the ceiling, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but with evidence of an affair.
Gluing up first on the ceiling.
Evidence of an affair glued to the ceiling. Exactly.
You use condoms glued to the ceiling. I doubt they'd notice.
Oh, well, Ross, the aroma.
I hope one of those bits of advice was helpful. Do get back in touch and tell us how it goes, because 250 quid. It's an absolute bargain. It really is. You're not moving out. You're not moving out. Beef sold.
Guaranteed for life, beef sold.
Brother, sorting out your pig!
Hej, det er Sara fra Boldikos podcast Tæt på. Jeg samarbejder i øjeblikket med Samsung TV, der har fantastiske TV'er til hvert rum. Uanset hvad din stil er, kan du finde et TV, der matcher din indretning og dine behov. Du kan få et TV, der passer ind, eller et TV, der skiller sig ud. Jeg vil præsentere dig for nogle af dem og få Samsungs QLED-teknologi. Find ud af, hvilket Samsung TV, der passer til dig, ved at lytte til min podcast, eller tjekke tv.samsung.dk.
Jeg hedder Lea Helmand, og jeg er vært på min podcast Vores Mentale Sundhed, hvor jeg hver uge taler med eksperter og privatpersoner om en masse vigtige emner relateret til mental sundhed. Vi har aldrig været rigere, vi har aldrig haft flere muligheder og aldrig levet længere. Alligevel er vores mentale sundhed nedadgående. Det dykker jeg ned i podcasten, og formålet er at dele viden, sårbarheder og konkrete redskaber, der kan hjælpe os til at leve et liv med så meget glæde, frihed og mening som muligt. Det handler om selvværd, sund succes, terapiformer og meget, meget mere. Hop ind og lyt med.
Tom, do you want to do
yours?
Oh, sure.
I would love to. Okay, yeah. Well, hi, Beef Brothers and guests. That's me. My flatmate is an actor, a stage actor to be precise. Now, I'm happy for him, but he keeps bursting into the room all dramatic and saying a big monologue for no reason. It was entertaining at first, but now it's getting a bit much. I feel like I'm in The Tempest, or whatever play he's trying to be. Sometimes, if he's been rehearsing for a musical, we'll end up singing his dramatic entrance. I'm making a cheese sandwich was a memorable one. I've asked him to cut it down a bit, and it just makes him do it more. What can I do? I'm supportive of his art, but I might as well open my front room up as a theatre and have people come in so we can have an audience. There's not enough room for that though, and the staffing will be minimal. Please help. How do I manage this? I don't know if my door can handle all the pressure. Thanks, Todd.
Well, you've got was it from you? You've got to open the window, shout out so you get a proper job.
Or become an actor yourself, and have a better career than him. And that's a surefire way to crush his kind of confidence and give up.
Hello! See you around!
He immediately leaves and calls his own agent and asks why he hasn't got the audition. I find that's a good one. But actors are awful, aren't they? I mean, this is classic. I feel for this guy.
Is our advice here crush this guy's dreams then?
Well, it's that or kill his pets, you know.
Gotta kill your pets. That's what every writer always says.
Pets. Yeah, buy a pet and then kill it.
Kill it in front of him, yeah. Kill it. He bursts in the door, starts thinking about a cheese sandwich. Kill a pet in front of him.
Is the other option here, you've got to lean into this, because, you know, you could end up in a flat share. Look at our previous email, right? You could say you go into the next house and someone's pissing in a bucket, smoking indoors, and their dog's shitting through the kitchen.
Oh, sorry, he said he's doing that as well.
There was a PS, he's shitting in a bucket.
Yes. Yeah, he shits in a bucket. And,
but that stuff's just not as annoying as a cheese sandwich. I think, you know, is there a case of leaning into it and embracing it and thinking, look, this isn't going to be for life, right? Your house share situation, this will be one of your chapters in life's rich, you know, narrative. And, you know, you're going to end up with some boring housemates, you know, you're going to have, but for now, you've got a show in your house, you've got the greatest show.
Yeah.
You've got to try and embrace it a little bit, I think.
Yeah, you can lend him some costumes, you know, sort of lay some costumes out on his bed in the morning. Be like, what can you do with this? What will you make with this?
Nice. An instant character work. What about, like, treat your house like it's a big kind of, like it is a big improv game, so that, you know, if he's doing The Tempest, you get yourself a decent ps4pro costume, and you play against him, you know? terrific. It'll be good for both of you. It'll make him a better performer, you know, and it will give you something to do. You need something to do rather than just be sort of quiet, stewing about it. Throw yourself into it. Go for it.
Yeah. Go for it. See, and you might find something. You know, you might find out you love it. And or film him. Just constantly film him and claim that you're making a documentary on him, and follow him around with like a crew, maybe a full crew, and sort of, you know, and just wear him down that way.
I don't know, man. I think if an actor, especially a sort of, you know, on the first rung of the ladder, or just reaching up for the first rung of the ladder, if they found out a documentary crew was making a documentary about them, that might just pour petrol on the fire. That just might, you know. Like,
okay, I think I've got. It might be borrowing a bit of a solution from our previous problem. Okay. What about if in the evening sit down on a bucket and in detail review his work from that day. And then post on a board in your house.
Yeah,
so like the cheese sandwich song, it's like 2 out of 5.
Yeah, derivative.
It lacked, you know, it lacked any kind of insight into what it means, like the chicken sandwich, the cheese derivative, you know, whatever it is. Yeah. But do it properly, you know. When he's good, reward him with the stars.
Yeah,
I've got a feeling. Yeah, exactly. It's not just going to be, you know. But I think once he realises he's being judged on everything he churns out. I mean, that's part of our problem. Well, once we realise the critics stop listening to our podcast, we just churn it out, you know. It's got a nice big house to a cake. You know, we don't approach these like an Edinburgh show because, you know, no one, you know, Blogan's not going to be sticking it up in the guide. So I feel like they'll kind of they'll quality control a bit more, and then you'll get quality over quantity.
Yeah.
Actually,
how are you going to present them? Are you like sort of leave them, be like, oh, another review's come out, and you've kind of printed it out, or do you leave them on the fridge?
I think you wait till sort of 2-3 in the morning, right? And then you bang on their door, like bang on their bedroom door, boom, 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 and you scream, late edition, it's out. You get them out their room, you print out a little sort of newspaper, and you read it directly to them.
Yeah.
Or you open up your book and go, don't worry about it. In fact, I'm not going to show you tonight. Go back to bed. You don't need this tonight. Just have a night. Just have a night. Yeah, exactly. You've got a big impromptu song about a prawn salad tomorrow, so you know you've got to do that. And then they'll be desperate to see it. And yeah, I think you've got to be very front foot. Wear one of those hats with the little bits of paper in, like the reporters used to wear, like that kind of thing. You've got to go full method on it. I think that's how you do it.
And have a notepad and pen at all times around the house. So as soon as you start, get the notepad and pen out and watch and point.
And kind of make noises like,
Perfect.
And you know what? When they do something great, give them the standing O. Because then they'll notice when they're not getting the standing O. You know, so like
I only ever give them one.
Yeah, absolutely. Give the standing O for the cheese sandwich song, and then that's it. Then you can look up. Then you can look up on your phone.
And then you just slowly phase out the standing O's, and they get the sense that like there was a peak at some point for them.
Totally. I don't mind the end, like leave like 30 seconds into one of their cheese sandwiches.
Oh, you know, I saw him a couple of weeks ago and he was amazing. I can't believe this. I don't know what it was, you know, but just not making the art he was.
Yeah. I mean, he's good in the front room, but he just doesn't translate to the kitchen. Oh, honestly, front room, amazing. You've got to see the living room. You've got to. I think that's it. You've got to. This is the conflict that an actor understands. This is meeting them in their world and using their kind of tools against them.
Yeah, and then maybe just get in other friends. Sometimes it's not you reviewing. Sometimes, you know, they'll come into the first bedroom and you've got a mate to sort of sit on your bed
And he's there in a hat, and he's kind of with the notepad ready for it.
And in August, just get students to do it. For 4 weeks, chill on the flat. Just do it. Who's never seen anything before in their fucking lives. Just get them to do it.
Yeah, I'd be like, I'm sorry, you're just not pulling in the big reviewers.
Yeah, love it.
Big soul.
Big soul.
So, this next thing is from Will. Via beefbrotherspodcast@gmail.com. Get in touch. And it's a frozen beef. Shares frares to both. My housemate / fiance. No, already out, Tom. Already not happy with that joke. I like that. Okay, good. My housemate / fiance never labels Tupperware boxes of food that she puts in the freezer. Normally, I can work out if it's green soup for our toddler, sauce in the general vicinity of bolognese, or beef chili. But knowing whether it's spicy is crucial information when feeding kids. Plus, I have no idea how old the food is. Is it too much to ask that she label the boxes with a date and description? As it's got in here, it's got a section called Answers to Possible Questions. Here we go. Yes, I label it myself when I'm there, when it goes in. We're a veggie household. Yes, we share the cooking. Yes, I would prefer the dates to be written in ISO standard year-month-day format. No, she doesn't remember either after a few months. Love the live show with Nina Conti and Helen Bauer. I laughed so hard I inhaled my GNT and almost asphyxiated. Proust, Alimail, Will. Okay. So I don't know.
I slightly lost track of. So wait, hold on. Sorry.
I'll say one thing. When you start with my housemate's piss in buckets, it's quite hard to. That occasionally he has to open up something and defrost it, and he doesn't know if it's spicy or not. Let's try and feel bad for him. Just imagine how much he's paying a month, and we can get back on board. But yeah, so the problem Will has is he has kids. His wife will often cook something, and then she'll put it in the freezer in a Tupperware, and he doesn't know if it's something he should be defrosting for the kids to eat, or something he should eat himself. And if he serves them a 5-alarm chili, he's going to do them a lot more damage than, So that is our problem. Will.
Okay. And he doesn't know whether to say something to his wife about putting labels on it.
Well, I think he has, because he says that he's obviously asked her. He says like she doesn't remember after a few months. So he'll obviously say to her, "You didn't label this. Do you know what this is? You know when you put it in."
It's got to be a kill the pet one, hasn't it? I think kill the dog. Those kids got hamsters. Send a really clear message.
Yeah, it's got to be an animal massacre, basically. Otherwise, obviously we know where you put what we do in a Tupperware, fully dated, in the freezer, so they can find out. Here's what happened.
The other way to go is to treat this as like a chance to ready, steady cook your life. Where if you see it as like a game, like a kind of culinary game show, your wife is playing with you. It's like you get to the freezer and you pick 3 boxes, and then you open them up, and then it's like, what can you make out of this?
Yeah.
Oh, that's mango smoothie. Oh, that's last week's corn. Oh, a frozen tomato.
Tom, I'm going to say, if it's a frozen tomato, the chances that he's recognising that.
And if he's not, then I feel like his wife's got a point in being like, let's go and help this labor existence. Yeah.
The frozen tomatoes just so they can vote.
Frozen pepper. But that is a good plan, Harry. That is a good plan. So you basically also thought, well, why not just? Because the good thing about kids' dinner time, right, as far as I can tell from doing my own kids' dinner time, is it's also like a little dinner time for you, right? You get to eat a lot of food. The kids, the kid's not gonna, even if you make a tiny amount of food, the kid's always gonna leave a bit of it. So some of that, you eat that, right? That's what happens. So why not just make it why not just like get, like Harry says, 2 or 3 things, defrost a bunch of them. It's a win-win, isn't it? If it's not spicy, the kid gets it. If it is spicy, you have that. Have a little sort of secret pre-dinner. It's great.
Yeah. Or is there, if you cover stuff, if you cover anything in enough mayonnaise, is it not spicy anymore? I mean,
absolutely.
Or just milk.
Yeah, just have like coconut milk and you know, like all of that kind of. Just have a variety of, you know, Greek yogurt, creme fraiche. I mean, you know, all their foods will be very creamy, but crucially, creamy is fine for kids.
Clean it up.
Spicy is a problem. So that's it. Yeah, just open it up. If it tastes a little bit spicy, just whack in a load of, I don't know, hummus. Some of it.
Why don't you bung it all in a blender and have a smoothie for fucking once in your life? Do you know what I mean?
Of course I know what you mean.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't eat it up. Damn it. If it's raw chicken, get it in the smoothie.
You know what I mean? Get those kids some protein, they'll be hench. Banging like protein. It's maybe like fuel.
Do you want hench kids or not?
You want hench kids, exactly. Fuel them up, mate.
Because, you know, the good thing about having a hench kid is you can send them out to kill someone else's pets for you.
Yeah.
That's a good thing, you know, it takes some of the pressure off of you. If you've got a big, strong boy, you know, they can lay a cat's neck easily. I mean, Will, come on, mate. It's like you're not even trying here.
Yeah, a big, strong boy that has a high tolerance to spice, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Do you not want heavy, hard kids?
He's a spicy henchy boy.
Do you want a spicy henchy? Do you want spicy henchy kids?
Do you want a spicy henchy boy or not? You know what I mean? Sounds like your wife wants a spicy henchy boy.
Or do you want to be a slave to the label? You know, haven't we moved on from labels now? You know?
Yeah. I wish when you'd asked me what kind of housemate I was, I'd said a big, spicy, henchy boy.
Exactly. Well, no, but the good thing is, after this podcast, you know what kind of housemate you want to be.
Yeah. That's so true.
When you're inevitably on myspareroom.com again in about 3 weeks' time, use like Tom Sturton, spicy henchy boy, / film star, full stop.
Does not like pets. Your pets will die.
Well, beef solved. Beef solved, yeah.
Beef solved.
So, Tom.
Yes.
Do you have a beef with your current flatmates that you'd like us in some way to solve? And the question before I ask what it is do they have pets? Because otherwise we've got
Oh man, I feel so bad. No, I really don't. I could. There's an unresolved beef kind of with my old housemate, I guess.
Let's do that. Yeah, let's go with that. So you're not, because you're in the honeymoon period with you two in this house. You know,
apart from the beef that they clearly don't like.
Sorry. That's it. My beef is I'm not invited to as many gatherings with my new housemate as I'd like to.
I mean, that's literally basically. Maybe they've just seen the title of your film and thought, well,
that's true.
You know, he writes what he knows. Let's not ruin it for him. All his friends hate him. We'll just join the gang.
Yeah, no, it's just. I think that's just that. The answer to that is just to be more likable, I guess. So we'll do. I guess the old beef I had was with. I live with a really good mate. I'm sure he won't mind me. Sort of slagging him off. He was one of those guys. I'm sure you know the type of guy I'm talking about. We'd sit down to watch. We'd choose a film to watch, and he'd immediately be like, "What's this about?" When it started.
No.
And I'd be like, "Well, I don't know yet. I think it's loosely about this. We did just kind of read the synopsis or whatever." And then it's like a character would come on and he'd be like, and who's that? And then at the end of the film, he'd be like, I didn't understand that at all. and I'd be like, well, yeah, well, neither did I, because I could. Because I could talk the whole way through. So it's people. I mean, it's a kind of cliche one, but yeah, it's people that are bad at watching films. Basically, my old housemate was a shit person to watch films with.
I think it's my least favourite genre of person.
Yeah, it put a lot of strain on the relationship. But. That's not, I mean, it's hard, that's hardly shooting in a bucket.
No, listen, there's no way you're going to
I feel like that really set such a sort of high threshold. But yeah, so beef him up. Beef George up, that's his name.
Yes, we got the name. And what was he, Pets? It doesn't anymore. Here's what you could do. You could sit down and watch 7. And you could be going all the way through 7, he's chatting away, and then the box arrives, and he'll be like, what's that box about? And you go, here's your fucking box, mate. And you hand him a shoebox, and it's got his fucking cat's head in it. And you're like going, that's in the box. That's what's in the fucking box, mate. And then, no, mate, shut up, and I'm watching films, and then goes quiet for a few years. And to be fair, in 7, you know, they've got the guy with all the air fresheners in the room. That could be the soul for the piss buckets.
Yeah,
that's a good point. Yeah.
Yes, 7 is.
I mean, 7 is actually that. It does sound like Ross's Flat was directed by David Fincher, doesn't it?
Yeah. Maybe he's trapped in a David Fincher movie.
Yeah. Which one would you want to be trapped in, really? The Game. Because at least you know at the end you're going to get to meet Sean Penn. Who doesn't want that?
That's the prize.
That's the prize, yeah. I don't quite remember that. The Sean Penn.
My friend he was telling me he had a flatmate that was living in, and the guy kept doing press-ups but he didn't know, you know, he was just renting a room in his flat, and we found it really annoying that he kept doing press-ups in front of the TV. But that's not my experience. And I often do press-ups in front of the TV.
How low was the TV that it was causing the problem for everybody else? I'd say move your TV slightly out of the wall, mate. You also got a table.
For extra person on his back. Like a medicine ball. Really get the crunches going.
But yeah, so what was the last film that your housemate George, just failed to understand? Are we talking about like are these complex sort of like Christopher Nolan style movies, or are we talking like just, you know, ordinary run of the mill kind of stuff like a Michael Bay film or something that you can't?
In my opinion, yeah, he put on heat. He kept putting on heat, and then I think we watched the beginning of Heat 3 times.
And he kept asking, who's that guy and who's that guy? They're two of the most famous actors in the world.
It used to be like, this is a brilliant film, but then not understand what they're doing.
They don't look very hot. It's not very hot.
Yeah, Tom, we've got to watch this. It's a brilliant film, and then ask me about what I look with. Yeah.
I've heard. Explain it to me, please.
Yeah. Oh, I feel bad now. He's a really good friend. I'm not going to say his surname, but...
Give us the first initial.
No, you don't. I don't know, maybe.
Oh, George C.
Georgie C.
I know.
Oh, we've got the cinema club for Georgie C. It's great. He's got a real insight into movies. I watched your movie with George C. and I'm not going to lie to you, didn't understand a word of it. Couldn't tell what was going on. Very confusing. You might want to, before it goes on a proper release, let me go back to the edit and explain who the characters are. A little caption, maybe. Yeah, a little caption for who each person is.
Is there a way you could give George C. headphones and get the director's commentary on him? Like if you could, silent disco type thing.
Yeah.
Where it's like he gets to have the director's commentary on and he gets to just watch the film.
just ask his questions louder over the
Oh, it's cured my stammer.
Tricky because obviously that's not to ever watch films again with George C, but he does sound like a delightful fellow as well.
Yeah, he's lovely, and he's one of the executive producers on the film I made.
Oh, so we can work out who it is then, can't we? I can literally go back to the link you sent me.
And you know, I think I'm yet to. I've only watched that with him in a cinema, and that's so
he's got a bit of respect.
He's got a bit of respect. So maybe that's the answer. Just take him out to the cinema.
I will say that's it, because I think people a very similar thing happens to me sometimes when I watch episodes of people, and they don't knuckle down to the film for like the first 10-15 minutes. It takes them a while to get, and they're like checking their phones and talking and stuff, and then they're like, oh, what's this? And it's like, well, that was explained at the start, like the opening 10 minutes of every film, very important. You have to watch it, you have to tune in.
And you don't want to be the sort of, like, you don't want to, you know, crack the whip and be like, get off your phone to someone. That's, you know, it just feels like a very hostile.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So that's it. Like cinema, people automatically have that reverence.
Yeah.
So that's.
Can you guys, do you have the guts to turn around and shush people at cinemas? Have you got that kind of? Have you got that in you?
Oh, I think much like I think you've hit a good thing there, which is like they say about breakups. Don't they? They say if you're going to do a horrible, messy breakup, do it in a public place, because then it can't, you know, the scene can't get out of control. So like, if all of your films are in a public space, then that will keep this man, George K.
Have you been on IMDb? Oh, George. I love you, man. I'm sorry.
I think that's me.
Thank you for executive producing my film.
Tom, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. Firstly, we didn't say the name of your film. We talked about a film.
Yeah, I think, and we referenced all my friends. Yeah, my housemates hated it. But no, the title of the film is All My Friends Hate Me,
and it's genuinely really fantastic.
Yeah,
it's an amazing achievement.
Thanks so much.
It's brilliant because it's kind of a horror movie, isn't it? It's sort of like a, you know, it's like it's gone.
We've had to be really careful about it. Like, horror fans can get very angry. So it's important to, like, it borrows on horror tropes, certainly, and kind of so it's like cross genre. I mean, that's a very pretentious phrase, but there's elements of horror in it, basically. But don't expect blood and guts.
It's a bit like, you know, like in the 80s, the genre of like yuppie horror cropped up, which wasn't actually like, it wasn't guts and gore, but it was often about like losing all your money, losing all everything. And this is it's the same sort of thing, because it plays on the idea of kind of losing sort of not even social standing, but just losing friendship or losing connection to people.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a millennial version of the yuppie horror.
Right, and sort of how something can feel, you know, in certain social situations. It's sort of like a horror film going on in your own head. If it's going, you know, if you're like not, if there's a guy pissing in a bucket upstairs. That does actually just sound like a straight up horror film, as we were saying. No, it's like how when you can get trapped in your own head, if the sort of stakes reach that of a horror film, is sort of what the hook is.
Well, I loved it. It was absolutely brilliant.
Thank you. And Tom, did you enjoy the first half before your laptop broke? Or?
I'm a big fan of George K. Whatever he's produced.
He's one of the cavemen. He's a big, they go to all the Georgia Canyon movies. He camps out overnight, of course.
I'm very much looking to see it. But like I said, I've heard only good things, and yeah, it's very exciting. Where can people see it, Tom? So it's on cinematic release.
Yes, UK and Ireland, 40 screens. I won't list each one specifically, but yeah, it's out in the cinemas for the next, hopefully, at least a week or so. Yeah, I please, I don't want to sound too desperate, check it out.
I think you turned that around at the end of the sentence, you really did. Very breezy.
As previously discussed as well, going to the cinema, if you've got an annoying friend, take him to the cinema to the cinema, because then they'll shut up. They won't ask you annoying questions all the way through it. Shut up for 90 minutes, it's great. Tom, thanks so much for coming on the pod. Cheers, man. You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Thanks so much, Joe.
Well, what an ep. Is that everything? What a strong ep. Yeah, I mean, there is an argument about once you've heard about people pissing in buckets, everything else seems a little mild. But, you know what? We will still accept your beefs, even if your beefs are not as strong as Ross's beef, which was, I would say, one of the spicier beefs we've had.
It was, but sometimes it's not just about the big problems. Sometimes it's about the small ones.
Yeah, it's about is this food spicy or not?
Exactly. No beef is not juicy enough for us.
That's true. Yeah, absolutely. We can always find enough mayonnaise for anything. Yeah, that's what we're saying. Well, there's always enough mayonnaise sauce in the jar. That's for your beef.
We love a juicy T-bone. We also love some biltong.
Oh, you know what? Do you know what? I haven't eaten biltong for a while, the old beef jerky type thing, but I do miss it. I do miss the biltong. It's good stuff. It's one of those things that, like, so gross.
Yeah,
but so lovely.
Yeah, exactly. It's basically beef chewing gum. It shouldn't work, but it does.
Just to be biting into something and a slow, steady flow of like beef juice going down the back of your throat. Oh my god, what a pleasure.
Do you know that when you open a packet of biltong, there's like the little sachet of silica gel?
Yeah.
To keep it dry.
Yeah.
My mate was eating some with a friend, and he opened the packet and sprinkled it on.
It says do not eat on the packet.
He was like, how long have you been doing that for? He's like, for ages. So you get the salt, sprinkle it on. He's like, no, mate.
He's got that salt and shake. You're dipping it in there and shaking the bag, was he?
So please, eat your biltong responsibly.
Yeah, do not eat silica gel. Silica gel.
The same goes when you open your new trainers. Do not sprinkle it on.
Absolutely. Out of all the prods, it couldn't be more clear. It's a little white packet that says do not eat on it. Yeah. Come on, guys. What would happen if you did eat it? It would just dry out your insides a bit, would it? Just dehydrate you loads, wouldn't it? Yeah. Well, let's find out. We didn't want to say it. That's the reason Tom's on this intro. After we recorded the episode, before we recorded this intro outro, Tom ate a jar of silica gel. So it's a two-man operation from now on. Sorry, guys. He's up in... Big man's up top. He's in heaven now. So don't forget the Patreon, guys. And also as well, I'm going to do another shout out, because what tends to happen is before we record a Beef Brothers, I do a shout out on Twitter, and that's how we get our beefs. But I would love it if you are listening to this and you think, actually, I've got a problem with my flatmate, I've got a problem with my housemates, my neighbours, any of that. It doesn't have to be as severe as a piss bucket. It can just be that, they're not putting the cap back on the ketchup. Hey, that's also fine. We'll take it. Send us your beefs. beefbrotherspodcast@gmail.com. Get in touch today. We'd love to hear from you. Join the Patreon, patreon.com/happy/share. But most of all, guys, have a wonderful time. Wow, I was not expecting that to be the end of the sentence. What? I think what I should have said is most tall guys don't eat silica gel, but I said have a wonderful time instead. I thought that was too negative. I think, ending on a negative wasn't how I wanted to do it, so I said have a wonderful time, which was just pretty thin gruel, wasn't it? Most tall guys have a wonderful time not eating silica gel. I've been Michael Ball. This is Radio 2. Good night. Yeah.
Looks like you...
Have a wonderful time, everyone. Have a wonderful time. Clarky, if I haven't said before, you've got to have a wonderful time. You've got to. Clarky, you're off to Glastonbury, so do have a wonderful time. Oh, thank you so much. I can't wait. It's going to be great. You can't wait. Listen, by the way, I'm going to have a wonderful time. Listen, that little packet, by the way, it's not what you think it is. Don't snort silica gel there. Don't do it. No way. Listen, all right, just no matter how dab of it. No matter how much you think this is going to take Paul McCartney's set on to the next level, do not. You will be parched. I'll come out of Glastonbury looking like a raisin. Well, it's going to be a sunny weekend, so you hope so. Anyway, lots of love, everybody. So this episode was produced by Emma Corsham.
Good to see you.
Team. Cheers, everyone. Bye. All right, 2 for a pair, 3 for a pound. Step this way, step this way. It's time for the Patreon Neighbourhood Watch Roll Call. Oi, lovely stuff. Wow, all right. Hello, madam. Step this way. I'll buy you this, and then you'll have to buy it from me, because that's how it works. He's got a bad system. He's got a bad system. If you think of a better system, you can do it. Now I have to wait for the round here. Calm it down. Don't have a Barney. I bought this myself off Talitha Carney. Oh yeah, it's a good system we got going on. It's a good system. It's honest and true. It's honest and true. I'll buy a thing, someone else buys it back off of me. It's not a bad system. Right. The thing about this though is the thing I bought. It really. I tell you what, it's really got me into a bit of a situation that I describe as. Pretty sticky.
You want to put an acid lab in this
luckily
truck?
I've got someone who's going to bail me out, and it's of course my dear friend Nikki, brackets H. Oh yeah, well, yeah, of course. You won't believe this, lads. The other day I was buying something and then selling something. Yeah, and then buying it back and selling it back. Yeah. My mate was looking at me and he was just like, "How you doing this? Must be some sort of fluke." I said, "On your fucking bike, Luke." Yeah, on your bike. All right, Luke. Step this way, and stand over there. That's right. Over in the corner. I'll take over, and let me tell you something. I am a big tailor. I am going to get He's going the old rhymes with itself. Yeah. That's right. Because I can make you a suit. The old flute. It's for Eleanor Taylor. He managed to pick the words and then not rhyme it with itself.
Hey, it's me! Sure, I'll look into it.
You bought the rhyme for someone else, then you bought it back off yourself. Alright, fair enough. It's what we've always done. We've got several systems. We won't be told. We won't be told.
Okay, yeah, I have something you can help with. Because, I'm kind of new in town.
Burst into the warehouse, and all they're going to see is a boiler room full of phones, and possibly the night watchman, Ian Jones. Of course. And there we were in the marketplace, doing our thing. And my mate says to me, you know all these phones you've got? Yeah. Is that going to make you infertile? You can't be fucking kidding me, Gary L. Fertile. It's a good question, Gaz. Gary L. Now you're right. I've been firing blanks for years. I should stop that phones. Stop shagging phones, shouldn't I? Just the phones, but then that's our system and we stick to it, don't we? I bought that phone off my knob and I sold it back to my knob. Next thing you'll be telling me that I can't shit because I keep singing Roll Out the Barrel. Well, that's one theory in life. My friend Paul Carroll. Well, there's only one thing in life, and it's from Paul Carroll. Well, that concludes today's Patreon Neighbourhood Watch
Det er Sara fra Bollikos podcast Tæt på. Jeg samarbejder i øjeblikket med Samsung TV, der har fantastiske TV'er til et hvert rum. Uanset hvad din stil er, kan du finde et TV, der matcher din indretning og dine behov. Du kan få et